Esteemed members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Cabinet, my dear colleagues in the Senate, both past and present, my fellow workers in government, mga minamahal kong kababayan, Diyos marhay na aga sa saindo gabos. Good morning. As we open the 20th Congress of the Republic of the Philippines, allow me to begin, as I do every morning, with a prayer for serenity. If you're familiar with it, kindly bear with me. Lord, grant us the serenity to accept with patience the things we cannot change. Grant us the courage to change the things that we can, and most importantly, grant us the wisdom to know the difference. These words have comforted me all of my life, especially now, as we enter another turbulent chapter in our nation's history. These words also offer clarity in times of confusion and calm in moments of crisis. Of late, there seems to be no shortage of either. It seems our days are full of contention and conflict, issues that divide, politics that polarize, and partisanship that distracts us from our work. Some will say we are a divided nation, and that this is reflected even in our chamber. To this I say, in a democracy, disagreement is not division, and that debate is not synonymous with dysfunction. On the contrary, I believe that disagreements, debates, and disputes are evidence that our democracy is alive and well. For as history has shown us, democracy does not wither from too much debate. Rather, it dies from too little. In our line of work, we should not and cannot take things personally, especially in the age of social media, where every citizen has a platform in the palm of his or her hands. We should not and cannot respond to every comment. We should rise above any anger, resentment, and bitterness we may have. We should move on. We should move forward, and we must continue to do our job. We are here to serve our people, guided by our conscience, driven by our conviction, and emboldened by courage. We should not and cannot bow to a mob. We will not be cowed by the shrillest of voices. We will stand up for what is right, what is just, and what is consistent with the rule of law and our Constitution. That we disagree does not mean that you are right and I am wrong, or that I am right and you are wrong. After all, nobody has a monopoly of good ideas, intentions, and plans for our country, nor does anyone have a monopoly for love of our country. Just because I am not on your side does not necessarily mean I am on the wrong side. Let history be the judge of that, for hindsight is always 20/20. We are the nation's conscience, and it's the final check of abuse and tyranny of the so-called majority at times, unyielding to threats, unmoved by noise, and unafraid to say no if it is the right thing to do. And let me make one more thing clear, though. Yes, I may hold the gavel. I may preside over sessions, issue orders, and signal the start and end of debates. But this Senate is not mine alone to lead. The direction we will take will never be determined by a single hand, much less my hand, but by 24 heads, each with a mandate, each with a mind, each with a voice that matters. This is a collective body, and its strength lies in the balance, not in the banging of that gavel. While we come from different provinces, parties, and pasts, I have no doubt this Senate shall prevail despite the issues that have come to divide us. We have overcome them before, and we shall overcome these again. Throughout history, humanity has thrived on the rich tapestry of diverse perspectives, each contributing a unique thread to the fabric of our society. It is this mosaic of voices that brings innovation, progress, and understanding. No one perspective holds all the answers, and it is precisely in our differences that we should find strength. We must cherish diversity of thought and approach it with humility. We are part of an ever-evolving conversation where every voice should matter, where dialogue leads to discovery, and where disagreement can be just a stepping stone to deeper comprehension. Let us open our minds, listen actively, and learn from one another. Ang mga pagkakaiba po natin ay hindi sagabal. Bagkos ito ang nagbibigay saysay sa ating mga deliberasyon. And in the 20th Congress, as in those before it, there will be many deliberations and discussions, some more contentious than others. In these moments, I pray we choose to listen more, not to shout louder, to disagree without being disagreeable, to always be respectful and to respect each other's opinion, to speak not to score political points, but to make a point, and to debate not to destroy each other, but to build the nation together. At the end of the day, we must work together to find common ground and common cause, to find common solutions to our common problems. Hiling at panawagan ko po sa aking mga kapwa senador, magtrabaho po tayo sa kabila ng ingay ng politika sa ating kapaligiran. Dahil lahat tayo ay nasa iisang bangka lamang, at iisang direksyon lamang ang ating tinatahak. Tungo sana sa pagkamit ng mga pangarap, hangarin, mithiin at layunin ng ating mga kababayan. Every day, the Filipino people look to the Senate to come up with solutions that will improve their lives, address their needs, and bring their aspirations within reach. First, to put food on their tables, roofs on their heads, and sufficient paychecks in their pockets. To lower the cost of living so that each family may live comfortably and humanely. To open doors of opportunity, providing meaningful jobs and support to small businesses. To support the farmers who feed our people yet cannot feed their own. To write a national syllabus that will truly educate our children and prepare them for the future. To provide a healthcare system that treats the sick without bankrupting their families. To install a safety net for those who fall through the cracks and enable them to rise again. To safeguard our streets from the influence of drugs and crime, protect our rights, and ensure that justice is accessible and served swiftly and fairly for all. To defend our borders, secure our seas, and uphold our sovereignty while maintaining cordial relations with other nations. To protect our environment, adapt to climate change, and shield our people from the ravages of natural disasters. To fight graft and corruption, restore dignity and efficiency in public service, and reform our politics. And last but not the least, to lay the foundations, both physical and legal, that will ensure that every Filipino partakes in the bounty of development. Ultimately, every act we take, every law we make, must pass a single test. Makakatulong ba ito sa ordinaryong Pilipino? This is our duty. This is our mandate. At inuulit ko po, magtrabaho tayo. My dear colleagues, noong nagdaang halalan, iba't ibang kulay ang dinala natin. Pula, asul, dilaw, berde, puti, kahel o rosas. But as we all know, the elections are over and the last ballot has been counted. For the sake of our people, it is time we trade the colors of our campaigns for the colors of our country. In place of the colors that divide us, let us embrace the colors that truly matter, the colors that define who we are as a nation, the colors on the flag that hangs before us. Asul, sagisag ng lahing Pilipino na kakaiba sa ibang mga lahi, may dangal, may paninindigan, at hindi kailanman papalupig. Puti, sagisag ng pagkakapantay-pantay ng bawat Pilipino at katarungan para sa lahat. Dilaw na araw at mga bituin, sumasagisag sa mga mataas na mithiin, hangarin, at layunin ng ating mga kababayan at pag-asa na dala ng bawat bukas. Pula, sagisag sa ating kahandaang hindi lamang mamatay, kung kinakailangan lumaban at pumatay, alang-alang sa kalayaan at kasarinlan ng ating bayan. Our flag has endured war and occupation, dictatorship and disaster, revolution and crisis, and still it continues to fly in the hearts and minds of our people. It stands before us now, not as a mere symbol, but a solemn reminder of the country that we serve, the people we represent, and the duty we have sworn to fulfill. Isa siyang paalala, hindi tayo nandito para sa sarili nating interes o interes ng isang partido o individual. Isa po siyang paalala na nandito tayo para maglingkod, buong dangal, buong puso, at buong katapatan para sa ating minamahal na inang bayan. Let us carry out this collective duty with humility, integrity, and purpose as we begin this new chapter of the Senate together. Isa pong malaking karangalan para sa akin ang makausap po kayo sa umagang ito at manilbihang muli bilang tagapangulo ng Senado sa okasyon ng pagbubukas ng ika-20 Kongreso. Sa muli po, magandang umaga at naway pagpalain po ng Diyos ang ating bansa at ang sambayanang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.